Okay, so what I'm doing right now, because I need to attest my camera, is I am going to do a project that I've been looking at doing. I've done another variation of it in the past. I'm going to make objective markers. Got these really tiny ass D6s from my local hobby shop, Dave at Imperial Hobbies in London, Ontario. Okay, so first thing the first. Apparently my glue got knocked over, so I need to fiddle with this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not sure if I'm going to worry so much about matching the colors of the dice with each other. But what I am going to do, here we go. What do we have here? What sort of assortment do I have to play with? Okay, so got some yellows. Got 6 of them. A whole bunch of greens. So the greens I'm going to use for objective marker 6, I think. The rest, I think, is going to be spread amongst, as I don't have 5, I don't have 6 colors here, I have 5. Well, I guess these ones here that I have kind of in the center there are slightly off-white, so I can do something with that. So, what I'm going to do, thinking, take my little 1. So what my plan is here is objective marker 1. Let's say use these for objective marker 2. So each one have the little pair of pips setting up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously, as you generally only have 6 objective markers. So I am going to start just gluing and whatnot. I'm going to kind of zoom in so that you can get a better look at what my hands are doing. So with all dice, at least the properly designed board game dice and stuff like that, craps dice, the 2 opposing sides are always going to, they're always going to add up to 7. If I could speak properly, that would be awesome. A bit more glue on that is probably necessary. So one of the things that I do here, and a lot of people who I have dealt with and spoken to who've just gotten into the hobby, one thing that they don't realize is with super glue, cyanoacrylate, I use the Bob Smith Industries Incorporated stuff, best stuff I've ever used. The Instacure Plus purple bottle. Fills gaps, holds tight, bonds really quick. If you're on a time crunch and you want it to set right away, just a little hot breath, set it over to the side, let it do its thing. So there's my 1s. Like I said, I'm going to use the green for 6 because I got bam, 6 dice right there. I think I'm going to do the off-white for 5. Just because I don't want them to be 2 really similar colors in the same spot. So that being said, I'm going to go... The black dice are going to be 2. Oop. Haha, there we go. The blue dice are going to be 4, and the yellow dice will be 6. That way it'll give a nice variation of color for each of the objective markers. So on to 2. So easiest way I find to do this, find the 5 side, because if you're looking at the 5 side, the 2 is going to be on the other side, and you want the 2 to be on the other side anyway. Little bloop glue. Now, what I'm thinking of doing as well with this is I'm going to pick up, before these touch a gaming table, I'm going to pick up a can of clear coat, spray on clear coat. Cocksucker. So, yeah, as I'm sure anybody watching this has realized, probably not suitable for children. Pardon my language. Okay, so I got that. Oh, take one more of those yellow ones away. 1, 2. 3. Yes, one yellow one. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Geez, trying to do this, have it all planned out and stuff like that, and make it look like I know what I'm doing, and I'm forgetting things at every turn. Okay. So, really simple, really quick way to do this. Cheap objective markers, something that, you're not gonna pick it up thinking that it's a dice, one of your dice if you have, like, big die as your objective markers or something like that. Like, the thing of dice itself cost me $10. The 32 mil bases that I'm using, I bought those in a pack of like 100 or something. It was like, yeah, it was at least 100 in the pack, and that was like a year and a half, 2 years ago that I bought these. So they last you quite a while, especially when generally when you're getting models. You don't really need to buy bases because you already have bases supplied in the kit. But I was doing a lot of, I was making objective markers. I was doing a lot of kit bashing and things like that. And also at the time I was building a Blood Bowl team, and the team that I was building, it was the Chaos Chosen. They, at the time, did not have a team released by GW. So I had to do the fun and awesome route of kit bashing. So I took I got a box of Chaos Warriors and a box of Chaos Beastmen and I think it's called the Ogroid Thaumaturge from Age of Sigmar. And yeah, that was my my Chaos team, my Chaos Chosen team. They were a force to be reckoned with. I shouldn't be proud to say this, but I had at least 1 or 2 people who forfeited when playing against me because of the fact of they knew my playstyle, they knew my team, and like for I think it was 3 seasons after that I retired that team. They still held my Minotaur still held the most individual casualties caused by a player. Like, it took years. So yeah, like, there we go. So that's my 4 done. Let's go there. I'm gonna grab me a drink of coffee because coffee's always good. Okay, so just 2 more to do. Okay, now that little hiccup with my camera power is dealt with, let us continue what I got going on here. So what I did while I was charging my battery is I just kind of set up my last couple of stacks so that I can just pick them up, glue them, put them on the base. So, again, just in front, little this is one of the reasons why you never want to let your glue, especially cyanoacrylate, fall on its side. Okay, well, I'm just going to kind of switch over to this, which is going to work probably about as well. It's a lot thinner. I like to use this on my models for when I'm doing like infantry models for 40K and stuff like that, because it's a lot thinner. You don't really have to worry about getting too much on because it's a nice little brush head. And I've used this stuff quite a bit. Guy that used to work at one of the hobby shops that I have been known to frequent turned me onto this stuff. And yeah, super easy to use. Doesn't have a super strong scent unless you stick your nose right up to it. If you're doing that, you know, there's some possible issues. Now, I'm not being super consistent with where I'm putting these guys. I could if I really wanted to, but right now it's more I want to get this situated and finished up. Now I'm probably going to let these dry for a day or two before I do anything in regards to like maybe tossing some clear coat on them or something. And if I find another one of these, I actually have an idea of how I want to do them. The next time, I think I'm going to try and do them in a stack. To where it's, you know, there's a stack of, you know, there's one on there, there's, you know, two side by side, three, you know, two side by side and one on top type deal. Things like that. And now the last one. If you do a lot of modeling and things like that, or especially sculpting using like green stuff or various sculpting clays, you want one of these nice little cutting boards. They are a godsend. I need to get a new one. I've kind of given I've kind of abused mine a little bit. Used it as a you know, for paint and shit like that. But what we got here now is, I'm just going to zoom in. Okay, nice and tight. Tight like a Twigger. So there we go. 6 nice, easy to see objective markers. Thank you for watching, and happy gaming.